With so many products on the market, it's very hard to know which one is the perfect fit for you. Welcome back to Valvetronic Designs. Today on the table we have 4 very different looking boxes. On the far left we have a traditional style just base muffler, and then these 2 mufflers are 2 different ones that we ordered online, competing products to ours, and then of course we have the cream of the crop, the Valvetronic single universal muffler kit. So what I'd like to do in this video is show you guys some of the differences and some of the compromises you get when you don't get the Valvetronic Designs setup. So I'm going to start with this simple muffler, show you guys the other products, and then show you why the Valvetronic setup is really probably the best option, even though it doesn't cost a lot more, way more advantages than disadvantages. The first, we have a stainless steel muffler from a performance exhaust company. Open this up and show you guys this muffler we bought on Amazon. It was $180 and it came with free shipping, which was always lovely. So we have this single inlet, single outlet, kind of offset setup here. This is a good option for people who don't think they need the flexibility. We always find we actually take off a lot of these. A lot of people who have these, they want the flexibility and they end up swapping to the Valvetronic muffler. The muffler is packed, it's good quality. I think this is a 201 stainless muffler. These are about $150 to $180, so about half the price of the universal muffler. A good option for people if they want to quiet the car down, but definitely not the optimal in many situations. Next is a valve muffler kit that we bought from a competing brand. This was ordered off just a website online. This is how it came, packaging. In here, a very rudimentary vacuum setup here. So this, you have to use the car's vacuum. So you got to plumb this vacuum line all the way through to the engine to pull the vacuum so you can operate the valves. A key fob setup. In here we have this other company's valve muffler here. It's pretty small. The diameter is only 2 inch and the muffler casing itself is quite large. The product itself looks okay. There's a big dent here, and the valve is dented as well. But here's the thing with this. This kit was $180 plus $150 in shipping. $330 total before tax. So you're talking $350, $360 for this to be delivered, and it took like a month and a half to get here. So really not the best option if you're looking for a valve muffler. You can get a much better product for like 5 or 10% more money. So don't really recommend this. There are far better options. Next up, another universal valve muffler. This is again how it showed up in the box. We have this, which is not even the brand name. And then the muffler itself, take this out of the packaging here. This has like a, oh, this is completely bent up. So this is an electronic style muffler, and there's a lot of reasons why we use a vacuum setup on the Valvetronic mufflers. It's because these are incredibly unreliable. When you plug these in, water and all sorts of debris gets into these motors and they break and they seize. The thing is it's so hard to replace these motors because the components, they just don't exist. So you have to replace the whole muffler. This connects in here with a little screw fitting, and this is obviously the motor inside. If you're running high boost levels or high performance, a lot of power, you're just going to blow this casing apart very easily. You can see like the press fit here. You can also see inside where it's not even particularly straight, but the piping inside actually comes into the outlet, which just shows cheap manufacturing. So the interesting thing about this is if you buy this, you're not saving money. This kit, $190 plus $170 in shipping. So $360 before tax. You're getting cheap hardware. This is kind of funky, looks like a Porsche key. But the muffler is far lower quality than something you would get from someone like us. So what's very interesting is this compared to our normal muffler, the normal muffler is still a lot better quality than this. So beware for stuff like this. It's still really expensive, and you're not going to get the quality that you're looking for. So stay away from this. Stay away from the electronic valves. These break all the time. We have so many people who buy copy products like this and they go, why didn't it work? I spent less money. Well, the reason why is because you didn't trust the experts here. We've been doing this for a long time and we've learned what works and indeed what doesn't. Finally here, come to the cream of the crop here. You can see how much bigger this box is because we know this box may travel to you wherever you are in the world, so we want to make sure it is always going to be safe for you no matter where the delivery point is. You can see inside in terms of our packaging, everything is sealed air packed, so nothing moves around. You have your valve muffler here and your controller box. Now if you take a look at this compared to this, you can even see the quality differences. Everything here is TIG welded, the entire casing for much better strength. You can push 1,000 horsepower through this, no problem. You're not going to blow the muffler casing or internals apart. Upgraded vacuum valve hardware. Also too, our bends and our piping, everything here is 3-inch if you buy a 3-inch muffler. So the casing's 3-inch, so you can close the valves and not worry about excess back pressure. Those types of things are very, very valuable for these. Inside, vacuum control box here. You can see install guide right here. Vacuum control box. The thing is with this product is only $20 or $30 more. This is $399 compared to like $370 and about $340. So with all the mufflers on the table here, it's a lot easier to see the quality differences of each. With the traditional muffler that has no flexibility, that's its biggest downfall, is you're going to get one sound and one sound only. It might be too loud, it might be too quiet. It's hard to know with these. The next muffler here, this controller limits you in terms of flexibility because you have no way of actuating the valves when the car is closed, because all this hardware needs to be tied into the engine vacuum to pull the vacuum from there, from that source, and then operate the exhaust valves. So you may have bought a valve system to be able to keep your neighbors happy and close those valves before cold start, but with the Valvetronic setup, this vacuum control box is separate from the engine's vacuum, so you're able to close the valves before you start the car, which is very, very beneficial. So big downfall of that, and also this is just so much wiring, a lot of hassle to tuck the vacuum lines underneath the car. It can take you an extra 4 or 5 hours just to plumb the vacuum line. Really don't recommend that process. This muffler here, as we kind of elaborated, it's a lot cheaper in terms of quality. This bent very easily. The stainless is very, very cheap and thin. Also this control box here, the hardware is not quality. This is very cheap feeling. And then two, if you're in the Northeast or other places where there's salt and corrosion, having wires underneath the car like this can obviously cause problems with corrosion. And these valve motors, if anything gets inside here, inside the electronics, you're screwed. You might as well throw the product away because it's not going to work for you. And finding replacement components is very challenging. With the Valvetronic Designs kit, it's a little bit more money, maybe $20, $30 more than some of the competition here. A lot more than the muffler that has no controllability. The quality compared to these products is far superior. The flexibility is there. The components have a much more robust feel, and you have those added flexibilities that the Valvetronic control box gives you compared to these other things. Another big difference from all of these mufflers is, of course, the size. All the way on the left here, this non-valve muffler is quite large, and these other two valve mufflers are very large as well. So even though the diameter is quite small, these are only 2-inch diameter, these mufflers are huge. They have huge extensions here, and the good thing compared to these for the Valvetronic, this is a 3-inch muffler. This is a big muffler, but it's so much more compact than these other mufflers. So having the valve hardware and everything be tighter allows it to fit on more vehicles and be an easier fit when you go to install it. So that's one of the big differences here as well, is we've made the Valvetronic muffler to have the right type of packing and casing materials to be nice and quiet for you, but it doesn't have to be so large to where you can't fit it under your vehicle. So I hope this video is valuable in order for you guys to make the best purchasing decision when it comes to picking the best valve exhaust for your vehicle. Check us out at Valvetronic.com. The Universal Muffler kits have been very popular for enthusiasts around the world. We're excited to earn your business soon.